Welcome back. In this video, I will explain the concept of K-modes clustering algorithm with the help of simple solid example. In this example, we have been given the following data set. It contains the hair color, eye color and skin color as different attributes. In this case, we need to group the persons into three clusters based on the similarity of these categorical attributes using K-modes algorithm. Before proceeding to the K-modes clustering algorithm, first we will discuss what is a K-means clustering algorithm and what is the difference between K-modes and K-means clustering algorithm. So K-means clustering is designed for numerical data and calculates the distance using Euclidean distance formula, which cannot be applied to categorical values such as hair color, eye color and skin color. So for this reason, we need to apply K-modes clustering algorithm for this given data set. So in the first step of K-modes clustering algorithm, we need to pick K observations at a random and use them as a initial cluster centers. So in this case, I have selected person P1, P7 and P8 as the initial clusters. And in the second step, we need to calculate the dissimilarity. It means that the number of mismatches between each observations and every cluster centers. After that, we need to assign each observation to the cluster with the least dissimilarity. So here what we need to do, we need to compare initial clusters with all the persons and we need to write the dissimilarities here. So first I will consider the first initial cluster, that is P1. So we will compare P1 with the person P1. So here we can see that here also it is a blonde and here it is a blonde and here it is amber, here also amber and here it is fair and here also fair. So there is a no mismatch. So for this one the mismatch is 0. Next we will compare P1 with the P2. Here it is a blonde but here it is a brunette, one mismatch, and here it is amber and it is a grey, second mismatch, and it is a fair and it is a brown, third mismatch. So we have three dissimilarities, that is what I have written here. Similarly, we need to calculate a dissimilarity with the P1 with all the persons. Once you find the dissimilarity with all the persons, it will look something like this. After that, we will consider the second cluster, that is P7, and we will compare P7 with the P1. Here it is a red, here it is a blonde, one mismatch, green, amber, second mismatch, and here it is a fair and it is also fair. So there is no mismatch. So we have two mismatch between P7 and P1. So that is what I have written to here. Similarly, we need to calculate the dissimilarity with the P7 and with all the persons. Next, I will consider the third initial cluster, that is a P8. First, we will compare P8 with the P1. Here it is black, blonde dissimilarity, hazel, amber dissimilarity, and here it is a fair and fair. So we have two dissimilarities, that is what I have written here. Similarly, we have found the dissimilarities. Once you find the dissimilarities with respect to initial clusters, next we need to assign these persons into one of the clusters, like a cluster 1, cluster 2 and cluster 3. Cluster 1 is a P1, cluster 2 is a P7 and cluster 3 is a P8. While assigning the clusters, we need to choose the minimum dissimilarity. So for the person P1, the minimum dissimilarity is with respect to P1. So that the first person will be assigned to the cluster 1. For P2, it is 3, 3, 3. There is a tie. So we will randomly choose cluster 1 for second person. And for third person, the minimum value is 1 with respect to P7. So P7 is the second cluster. So the person P3 will be assigned to cluster 2. Similarly, we need to assign the clusters for remaining persons. After that, in the third step, we need to define new modes for each cluster by selecting the most frequent value of each attribute. And here we can see that for cluster 1, we have three persons. Those are P1, P2 and P5. And for hair color, it is a blonde, brunette and brunette. And the frequency for brunette is more. So we will replace blonde by brunette. And for eye color, it is a amber, grey and amber. And frequency for amber is more. So it will be amber only. And here it is a fair, brown and fair. And frequency for fair is high. So it will be fair only. And for the second cluster, we have two persons. Those are P3 and P7. Here it is a red. Red, we will keep red as it is. And it is a green, and green, we will keep green as it is. And here it is a brown and a fair. For both the colors, the frequency is 1 1. So we will randomly keep it as a fair only. So next one, for the cluster 3, we have three persons. Those are P4, P6 and P8. And for a hair color, it is a black, and it is a black, and it is a black. So it will be black only. And for eye color, it is a hazel, gray and hazel. So the hazel will be as it is. And for the skin color, it is a brown, brown and fair. And for the brown, the frequency is high. So I will replace fair by brown. So that is what you can see here. Here it is replaced fair by brown, and here it is replaced blonde by brunette. After that, we need to repeat step 2 and step 3 until there is no change in the cluster assignments. It means that again we need to calculate the dissimilarity with the new clusters, and we need to assign each observation to the cluster with the least dissimilarity. Again, we need to define the new modes for each cluster by selecting the most frequent value of each attribute. So here we need to compare P1 with all the persons. Once you compare P1 with P1, here we will get the dissimilarity, and here it is the same, and here it is same. We will get only one as a dissimilarity. Similarly, we need to find the dissimilarity with respect to P1 and with all the persons. After that, with the P7 and all the persons, we need to find the dissimilarity. Then we need to find dissimilarity with respect to P8 and with respect to all the persons. So that is what I have written here. Once you find the dissimilarities, next we need to assign each person to one of the cluster based on the dissimilarity value. So here we need to consider the least dissimilarity value. For the person P1, the least dissimilarity is 1, which is respect to P1. So we will assign P1 to the cluster 1. And for P2, the least value is 2 and 2. So we will assign cluster 1 for the person 2. And for P3, minimum value is 1, which is respect to P7. So P7 is nothing but a second cluster. So that is what you can see here. Similarly, we need to assign the clusters for remaining persons. Once you assign the cluster, you can observe that from the first iteration in the cluster 1, we will get P1, P2 and P5 as the persons, cluster 2 containing P3 and P7, and cluster 3 containing P4, P6 and P8. From the second iteration in the cluster 1, we will get a persons P1, P2 and P5, and a cluster 2 containing P3 and P7, and cluster 3 containing P4, P6 and P8. So by observing this one, we can conclude that both the iterations are same. So there is a no change in the cluster membership. Therefore, the K-modes algorithm has converged, and the final clusters are in the cluster 1 P1, P2, P5 and cluster 2 P3, P7 and cluster 3 P4, P6, P8. I hope the K-modes clustering algorithm is clear. If you like the video, do like and share with your friends. Press the subscribe button for more videos. Press the bell icon for regular updates. Thank you for watching.